On your screen you can see the function y equals x squared. Today we are going to find the second derivative of this function, and I will also show you why it's important to find the second derivative. Let's first have a look at the graph for the function y equals x squared. What do we observe? We see that the function becomes steeper when x increases, and we can also see that the function is convex. We can prove both observations mathematically using the first and the second derivatives. Let me show you how. The first order derivative of y equals 2x. We have found this using the power rule. We multiply x by the power of 2 and then subtract 1 from the power. This proves our first observation. Fill in larger numbers for x and the first order derivative becomes increasingly larger. We use the first order derivative to compute the second order derivative. The process is exactly the same. We use the power rule to find that the second derivative equals 2. We multiply 2x with the power of 1 and then reduce the power with 1. This leaves us with x raised to the power 0, so only 2 remains. This means that the second derivative is positive over the entire interval of the function y equals x raised to the power 2. If the second derivative is positive over the entire interval of a function, the function is convex. If the second derivative is negative over the entire interval of a function, the function is concave. Remember this carefully, because this is the most important takeaway of this video. You can pause the video if you want to study this more carefully. We are now going to make things a little bit more difficult. This example will also show you that it's not necessary to draw the function to find out its properties. On your screen you can see the function y equals minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. We can compute the first derivative using the power rule. This gives us minus 4x plus 4. This tells us that the function becomes increasingly steeper when x increases, without having seen the graph of y. Now we are going to compute the second derivative so we can find out whether the function of y equals minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6 is convex or concave. We use the first order derivative to compute the second order derivative. Using the power rule, we find that the second derivative of y equals negative 4. This means that the second derivative is negative over the complete interval of the function of y, which tells us that the function of y is concave. Really good. We now know properties of the function of y without having drawn or plotted the graph. That brings us to the end of the video. If this video was helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you want to help me out even more, check out the link in the description. My next video on the derivative of a natural exponential function is now on your screen.